and welcome back to Spiritual Time this week with the beautiful, most extraordinary Doric Sellar of light, Gladys. And of course, Wiz. Look, there he goes. There's Wiz. There's Wiz. How cool are those? Oh, they're so cool. I love them.
Lovely. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Well, go show the front and the back, because like I haven't seen the back of them yet.
Right.
That.
Can you see that?
Oh, there is. And what's the back? Wow. So pretty. Stars.
It's the universe.
I love it. And of course, myself, Kerry. Kerry. And I've got my
Kerry designed. Kerry designed the cushion. You designed the cushions.
Yes, I did. Okay. They're so cool.
We'll have to call her Princess Kerry today.
Fairy? I'm not a princess. I'm a fairy. I've got my fairy crown on.
Okay. Well, Fairy Kerry.
Fairy Kerry. That's it. I've got my fairy crown on.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, it's angel aura crystals, and it's been
beautiful.
I know, it's beautiful. And it's made by a girl on Etsy, Moonstone Cafe Crystal. Moonstone Cafe Crystal. That's it. And her name's Mary. She's awesome. And yes, angel aura, and she's attuned it to help me with the connection to my guides.
Oh, very good. Very good. It really suits you. It really suits you.
Well, that is because I'm actually a fairy druid.
Well, that's true. So you're in the right ballpark.
I'm a fairy druid. I'm actually a fairy. Would you believe it? Like, it totally makes sense. It always, when I got told, oh, you're a fairy druid, I went, oh, that makes sense now. And it does.
Well, as long as it makes sense, that's all it is. And you look so happy. Absolutely happy with yourself. That's good. Because it's been a while since I've been on with you. Things have been just kind of hectic.
Yeah, it's
the only word I can describe my life just now. Hectic.
It's like we've swapped about.
I know, we've swapped about. Yeah, it's usually you's the hectic one, and I'm usually kind of, all right, okay, and we've swapped.
Sorry, Ma.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I always get there, and I've got good people behind me, and the universe doesn't let me down. So, as everything's for a reason, and I'll get there.
You will get there. Oh, we froze again.
And
oh no! Again.
Complaints with the greenhouse.
Right, hold on a minute, because we lost you.
Oh,
so we don't know what you said just there. So what did you say?
I was on about last week in the greenhouse.
Okay, right. We're there, guys. We've got there. Right, so she was going about the greenhouse last week. Right, so what were you going on about the greenhouse?
I just said stats. I don't know what I said before then.
Oh.
I think the sun's got to me, but never mind. Anyway, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed speaking to everybody for the greenhouse. It was really fun, and you did a good editing it, considering that I did it in the middle of the playground, and it wasn't until later on I thought, hang on, the kids will have picked up the kids on the monitor.
But you know what? I think that added, like, I didn't drown out the kids. I only added a little bit of music, because I did try and remove the background noise, right? And I'd done it, and it just, I don't know, you sounded like you were in a helium balloon, or you'd sucked some helium. Literally. And it's like, no, like, why am I drowning out the beautiful voices of children? That just adds a really nice vibration to the video. So that's why I kept the children in. And then I was just like, no, just leave it. And like Ma is already squeaky as it is. We don't want her sounding like she's like sucked a whole canister of helium before she's went in our greenhouse. So let's just leave it as is and just add a little bit of some nice meditation music in the background, and Matt will just balance it all out. There you go. Oh, I'm stuck again. 2 hours later. Right, there we go, we're back. It's going to be one of those bloody days where it's just going to be constantly crashing on us.
But hold on a minute, you were recording earlier on and it didn't crash.
I know.
So why is it crashing when we come on to spiritual time with it?
I have no idea. But you know what? I'm going to hold it. Right. Joanne gifted this lovely unicorn wand to my daughter, right?
Okay.
Sometimes I steal it. I'm going to be honest. I steal it. With her permission. And I'm just going to say, right, I'm just going to do this here. I'm just going to cover this here and say no more. Probably like, there we go. I can do it here. It's not going to knock anything out. No, it's not going to knock it. It's going to heal this whole carry on with the internet. Come on now. Come on.
There we go.
Right. Let's see if I'm my magic.
So, yeah. So, so anyway, so yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really good to do it for the greenhouse because I've been thinking about it for a while. So yeah, so it was lovely. But I did miss you.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Oh, and by the way, and all that, Abby must get a giggle at the for the words come up the bottom because they didn't say what I say anyway.
Oh, the subtitles. See, that's
quite funny.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. Like I don't have subtitles. You must have it set to subtitles on yours, do you?
I thought you done it.
No.
Why do I can't wear the subtitles? No. Oh, come on. I can't switch things on and off, so how would I switch that on?
Even my fairy crown got a wee bit excited there. Jeez, oh. No, I never put titles on your video.
So where did they come from?
I don't know. It's because you're a Doric. But it wouldn't be the Doric Sellar of light if you weren't a bloody Doric, would it?
Well, exactly, yeah. I can't be one thing and do another. It wouldn't make sense. Anyway, well, right. I'll have to look. I'll have to look to see what I've been pressing.
You've been pressing something because I definitely didn't. I'm sure of it because I sat and watched it, replayed it to make sure it was okay. I never got subtitles on mine. Listen, guys, let us know if you get subtitles on yours. Let us know because maybe I did. Maybe I did put it that setting for some. But I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Because the subtitles are quite funny because the subtitles doesn't make sense.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, well, there you go. Up the kids, me and the internet. Well, we've got a lovely relationship.
Yes, very lovely relationship.
Right, anyway, so what we're talking about today?
Well, we've still got questions to answer. So
yes, I know. I've got papers of them. Right, hold on a minute. We've done that.
Mm-hmm. And I just introduce you to my best friend. One of them.
Yeah, he's lovely. He's lovely.
This is Matura. Look at his head. He's so cool. It's amethyst.
And you're sure that doesn't belong to one of the girls and you've stole it and all?
No. This is for me. See, we look very similar.
Oh, I sure do. Yes, you sure do. You've got the colouring.
And he's got the cheeky taffy teeth. So I see his teeth and I went, oh, are you cheeky like me? So that's why, yeah, I had to. He's awesome. I love him. He's awesome.
Very good. Right, here's a question from Angelic Dragon. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, this is about soulmates, is it?
Twin flames. Twin flames, why we have them? Higher self.
Well, my magic was rubbish.
Right, okay, twin flames. This is Angelic Dragon. Twin flames, why we have them, and then higher self and our gifts, how to expand them. So which one do you want to start off with first for her? Twin flames, let's go with why she's written it.
Yeah, right, okay, let's go with the twin flame. Yes.
Right, twin flames. No, you've got your soulmates and twin flames, very similar. This is the way I see it anyway. But twin flames, if you think about twins, so you've got somebody's identical to you or very similar to you, because now all twins are identical. It's the same with your flames. So you could hear your twin flame could be male or it could be female, but they're very much similar to you. And your twin flame is much, I feel twin flames is much more powerful, if you want to use that word, stronger than a soulmate.
Okay.
That's why I feel about it.
Right, okay.
And that's how I decide twin flames and soulmates.
Can I add?
Go on in, you're done.
Right, okay. So yeah, I agree with you there, okay? But the way I see twin flames aren't always gender related. It's more like a soul. So it's basically the way I see twin flames is like one soul has been fragmented, has been split into two, okay? And that could take form in any way. It could be in a male, female,
right?
It could be in friendship, it could be anything, right? This is the way I see it. But twin flames is basically one soul that is fragmented. Now, when twin flames come together, it's different to soulmates. To me, a soulmate is basically karma. So a soulmate is someone that comes into your life that basically helps you, like teaches you a lesson or helps you on your journey, okay? But a twin flame is completely different because it's the other half of you. It's the yin, it's your twin. Yeah, it's the yin, it's the yang, okay? So
that's right.
You'll be light, they'll be night, okay? And it's sometimes it can be quite often a relationship that's quite a difficult relationship. It's quite a difficult relationship. It's like they'll always come and go. They'll always come and go.
And the thing is, with twin flames, I feel you know that even if the relationship isn't very good, you cannot let go. You know you'll never let go of that person or that situation because it's part of you.
Yeah, it's a stronger connection, and
it's much stronger than a soul.
And you'll know it's a twin flame because you'll feel it. The best way to describe it is it's a knowing. It's a knowing.
It is.
You just know, and it's like a telepathic, like you'll have telepathic communication with them. You'll know that there's something up. You just know. Does that make sense?
And the thing is, and as Wes has just said, and when that person passes, again, that twin flame goes back to spirit, which we will do, whichever way it goes, the loss is more profound.
Yeah.
Because you have lost half yourself.
Yeah.
Soulmates can come in different stages as well. Soulmates can, again, you can have a soulmate for your past life, but it's not a twin flame because there's a different connection altogether. Yeah. That soulmates can, you can have lots of soulmates, but you didn't have a lot of twin flames.
No, you don't. It's very, you remember, it's one soul that's been split.
So you've only got one twin flame, but as soulmates, you can have many a soulmate. You can have different levels. So when you meet your twin flame or your twin flame approaches you or whatever, you'll know the difference. As you just got it, it's a knowing. It's just that sense that you think, oh right, okay, there's something here.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a strong bond. There's something stronger. It glues you together because you're actually gluing back in. And that split that you said, it's gluing it back together. And when you come together, you know, again, as you said, like anything, like if you've got, like I've got twin grandsons, well, okay, they're together just now, but come time they'll go their separate ways, but they'll always come back together. And it's the same with your twin flame. They'll go their own separate way, but they'll always be there. It's just like you'll connect into them so quickly. And you know, it's such a strong bond that it goes on for a long time.
Oh, it goes through eons.
Aye.
Time.
So you'll always have that special person in your life. and everybody thinking they're looking, it's like, focus, I'm looking for my soulmate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that could come in many forms, but I want my twin flame. Okay? It doesn't mean to say you're going to marry that twin flame. It's maybe now that type of a twin.
No.
You know, and yeah, it's nice to have your twin flame and because it's a special relationship. But it doesn't mean to say it's that kind of relationship that you're going to marry them. It all depends on that split, doesn't it?
The yin and yang, it's the karma that needs to be healed as well between the both of you. It's like the way I see it, twin flames come together when they've healed their shit and you've healed your shit, and they come together.
Yeah.
Right? Because now's the time for them to come together. That's the way I see it. So once you've healed your shit, and I mean heal your shit, go through everything, all your life karma lessons, everything that's come through, go through it all. You've learned everything. You understand yourself and you love yourself. You understand that love comes from you, no one else, right?
That's right.
The way you can love you, right?
Right.
And once you've done that and they've also done the same, this is when I feel twin flames really come together. Now you can meet your twin flame in between your healing and you'll go away. Does that make sense? Right? You can always like meet up and then they'll go away and they'll go their way and you'll feel like it's never coming together. That's simply because like karma and your healing needs to happen first before you can come together.
Of course, there's
you'll find that once you've done that both of you will stick. You'll stick.
And another thing is, you may never ever meet your twin flame in this life.
If it's in your blueprint, yeah. If it's in
your blueprint, you will. But everybody expects to meet soulmates and expect to meet twin flames and all the rest of it. But if it's not in your path today, in your life path today at this moment, you won't. Especially your twin flame. You know, if you're meant to be with your twin flame or you're meant to meet up, it'll happen because it's in your blueprint. Or as they say, your soul contract. But in the end of the day, it's recognizing it. It's recognizing that person.
Yeah.
It's coming into your life as your twin flame. And that recognition can come in different ways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's a knowing, it's something, and there's just a special bond.
You feel that connection.
You feel it.
Oh, you feel it. And it's a connection like no other.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, you know, that's right. Well, thanks very much. Mm-hmm. Sorry, this is just chittering around my ear here. He just says, on the twin flame, we're only talking about one. But he says there could be multiple twins, like triplets.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's bringing us into something else here. He says, okay, all right. He's just saying that, excuse me, that twin flame, it's just called a twin flame because everybody understands that, because you can actually have more than one as like triplets.
Okay, so it's like,
so you can have another you can have another flame. It all depends on what's happened in your past lives and that. But he says it can happen, but you can part and then you can have another part and you'll all come together.
Okay, no, that makes sense. That does make sense. Okay.
And he says it's a very long, complicated issue, but when it does come, he says it is a love thing. It's
Bonded
okay.
by love.
It's a bond that is so strong, and it's bond for love. It's born from love. That's what twin flame is. Okay. And he's also saying, take away the soulmate, because these soulmates are so different. That's mate. Think on the mate. Soulmate. So it's more a friend thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it can be a deep friendship, but it's a soulmate. He says there is differences.
Why? They're definitely.
Oh, Liz, you're coming out for there. Come on, then. It must be all these Liz's round the book. It's making them speak.
They're all channeled too. They're all
channeling. They're all no, but he's laughing. He's saying, he says, like, you can have, oh, really? Wow, I didn't care that. Okay. He says you actually can have your twin flame in spirit while you're here. It can work that way as well. Because I did mention, he says you get that loss, but he says you always feel them close by. He says that feeling of that person is so intense from spirit. He says it's a different way of working it. He says your twin flame will always be there.
Wow.
That I hope this makes no sense to everybody, because I'm only repeating what my guys are saying. All right, especially Wes. And he is just saying, he says a lot of people didn't realise that. Because he says, let's go through the bereavement process with this. When you've been with your twin flame, and you've got that special connection and that bond and everything's going right, and they have to go back to spirit. It's their blueprint. They have to go. They can't wait for you, right? But that bond will be even more special with that side, because they can do more for you as a twin flame than you realise. Okay. And you're okay. He says it is like part of you has went. And you've heard people saying that. I feel that person and Ken has took part of me with them.
Yeah.
That's a twin flame thing, he says. Oh, I bet that's going to make a lot of people think. That's made me a lot of people think, me think about somebody that's passed over.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting.
Very interesting.
It is really interesting. Wes, you're doing well. Come on, just carry on. I think this will be the Wes show today.
Oh, yeah, I would love that. Come on, Wes.
He's saying, like, when soulmates pass over, yes, you miss them and you think about them, but nothing like when a flame passes. It's a total different thing. And everybody has experienced it, he says. Not realising that that person was a flame, was a twin flame. That's quite sad, Wes. And I hope the angelic dragon is understanding this, because this is really kind of, it took it onto a different planet. Sorry. Platform or whatever way you went.
We are like, yeah, like.
But as he says, twin flames is very important, but not everybody meets their twin flame. They'll more than likely meet their soulmates before a twin flame.
Oh, I agree with that. 1000% agree with that.
But the passing over bit's very interesting. I would have never thought of that. You know, I wouldn't have even crossed my mind that what he's just said, that the twin flame, you'll easily know, okay, it's a special person that's went across, and you maybe didn't even realise it was their twin flame, but then something will click at the other side. You know? So, Wes, I'm going to ask him a question, because now I've just thrown up a question in my head. So, if you haven't realised this person is your twin flame, and they've went to spirit, well, they carry still on with you in time immemorial. if you want to put it that way. Okay, all right. He says, of course they do. He says, your twin flame never changes. Soulmates do. But also remember, you can have more than one twin flame if you've parted in a different way, just like triplets.
Like fragmented. So he fragmented. So maybe you fragmented into 3.
Aye.
It depends what your soul's agreed to and what your soul feels that it needs to do with in terms of coming into this incarnation, this planet Earth, because going a huge fast discussion here, right? But if your soul has agreed to come to Earth to help with this whole ascension process, you maybe agreed to fragment 3 parts. Does that make sense?
That's right, yes.
To help with your karmic process as well. You see where I'm coming from? So yes. You maybe sat down with your blueprint and said, right, I'm going to split into 3, and I might meet this part of my soul once I've created this part of my karma, but I'm not going to meet this other part of my soul until I pass over. Does that make sense? Till I return back to Creator, and then I'm just going to carry on as being my one soul and learn all this karmic lessons, because we're here on this planet. This is an opportunity. This is the way I see it. We're here right now as an opportunity. Like, we all decided to come here. We all decided to help with something. And to be on Earth in this current moment in time and going through, I know it's very difficult for some people to understand, but this is the way I understand it. And hey, trust me, I've had some hard times in my life as well. And all the difficulties and everything that we've gone through is an opportunity and a blessing, because there is very much and many souls out within their planetary system, the universe, that would love to be here learning the lessons that we are learning at the moment.
Yes, I agree.
This doesn't occur anywhere else in the galaxy. It just doesn't. So we are it's like we've won the galactic lottery by being here. It's the best way to describe it. You there?
I don't know how to describe it. A lot of people wouldn't think it was a good lottery, but never mind. But they're here for a reason, and we are here to learn. We are here to heal. We are here to help. You know, yeah. And this is your time. It all goes back to the blueprint. It's when we've decided to come back and what we've decided to do. Okay. I do have now and again. I say to Wesley, and I know he can't answer this question because it's something that's got to be dealt with when I go back. But I don't intend coming back again.
Nobody's coming back again. No one's coming back again. No one's coming back again. That's God's truth. Right. No one's coming back again, okay? Because can I talk about this on here? Might talk about it on my own platform. No.
Trust talk about your own platform.
No one's coming back here. No one's coming back.
And the thing is, at the end of the day, we're here to make this transaction or transition or whatever it's called smoothly. And whatever is we have got planned, it's an amazing time. Oh. So, let's go back to twin flame. So your twin flame will be helping you. And if you have got, maybe you're a part of a triplet twin flame, I know, that did sound a bit weird, but never mind. I'm sure you've got the idea now. You'll all come back as one, and you'll all help each other. You will help each other, and you will help you to do what you have to do. Your twin flame is not just about romance it's more like your soulmate.
Yeah, you remove the 3D programming from, because when we think twin flame, we think like love and romance and like romantic walks along the beach in the sunset and underneath. No, that's the 3D complex, right? Get out with the 3D complex and the programming. Your twin flame is just your soul, a fragment of your own soul and a fragment of their soul, and one soul, and all your 3 fragments all come together, your 4 fragments, you all come together as one soul. Does that make sense? And there's no gender neutrality, there's no gender attached to this. It's one soul.
That's right.
You might have masculine and feminine energies within that one soul. Does that make sense?
Well, we've got that now. We've all got part of a male. Okay, I've got part of male genes in us. Yeah. You know, we've got little part all that in us. So it's just it's a twin flame. It can come out as that. You know, soulmates are so different. You know. Yeah. Anyway, what's the rest of our question? I've forgotten it. Higher self and our gifts. How to expand them. Oh, well, higher self. There's many of us. There's many higher selves, so it depends which one you want to go to, I suppose. But and you end your day connecting in. It's just meditation's the best one.
Meditate, yeah, but intention's everything, right? Intention's everything. Meditation. Always set your intention. Make sure you're cleared, cleansed. We spoke about this. Like that's so important. Spiritual routine as well. So the more you do, the more you get. Drop all expectations when you're trying to connect in with your higher self. And it's basically go with what resonates with you. Like,
that's right.
Because what I've done with connecting with my higher self is like I've done courses here, there, and everything, but everywhere. But I've taken parts of that course and I've put them in together with what works with me. And it's generally my higher self show me how to do that. Does that make sense? So it's going with your solar plexus and your intuition as well. What works for you, because everybody's different. Not like the way I connect in isn't going to be the way that's going to help you connect in with your higher dimensionality.
You really just get. It's taking time for you to know yourself. And as you say, for intention, when you get into meditation, now you put your intention out there. You want to connect in with your higher self.
Yeah, and your perseverance as well. It's not giving up.
It doesn't happen just like that. It just does not happen like that. I am very lucky because I talk to my guides and everything, you know. As I have had my higher self, and I've got a male as a higher self. One of my higher selves male, which is very interesting.
Well, Philip, Joe, my Arcturian, he's my 8D. He's actually my higher self.
And the thing is, they come back when they're needed. And if you put it out there, but you've got it's all to reach that part. It's working on yourself, and as you say, in your spiritual way, and how you connect in with things. I'll tell you, when I connect in with my higher self, is when I'm in the garden. I always come back to the garden. That's my thing. And that is when I really totally connect in. And that's when I really feel my higher self with me, is when I'm in the garden, you know. And I tell you, they keep telling me about Atlantis. My higher self keeps mentioning Atlantis to me, so I don't know if that's something that I meant to look into. I do say, well, expand on that one and I'll go with it. But I know perseverance and time and working on yourself and dealing with what you have to do, because we've still got our material things to do. We can't keep staying in the spiritual side, because we've still got things to deal with here, and that's what we're learning, you know, and to help people. So I'm very good at I can switch on and off, and I can do it, you know. And I'll say to her as well, this is my day for this and that and that. So that's it. I've done my bit for today. I'm coming out of this. And that keeps me grounded, because I don't want to be, because you can overpower yourself with it. And Dr. Sam, other guide, he's very, very strong about this. No overpowering yourself too much, because in the end of the day, you'll never do the work that you're meant to do. Mm-hmm. You know? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah? So you have to come back to earth. You have to ground yourself properly. Absolutely. And grounding yourself is one of the main things before you can even deal with your higher self. Because if you haven't grounded yourself, you can guarantee you'll float away in a different direction. So, my darling, Angelique, you've got to ground yourself first before you start doing it. Ground yourself, work on yourself. Make sure that this is what you're meant to do, connecting with your higher self. Because again, my guides have said it's not for everybody. You know, because there may be, like, some souls are new. So they can't connect into their higher self right away. They've got to kind of climb the ladder, if you want to call it that way.
No, yeah. So, well, it's that it's moving past that veil of forgetfulness, if you know what I mean. Like, there's all been a veil placed all over us.
Oh, yes, there is.
That veil of forgetfulness. So yeah, new souls, absolutely. But what I would basically say is, like, the connection. If you connect with one of your higher selves, right, you can basically ask them to go and communicate with
yes, that's right.
The other higher self. So even though that you can't speak with each higher self in each dimension, the one that you're connected with, you can go and say, right, what does my 8D, what does my 9D, what does my 10D all have to say? Because each dimension is connected to, like, 9D is angelics, and 4D is what's 4D again? Anyway, I can't remember what 4D is, but basically it's your night side, right? So your 4D is your night side. So you can basically pull down, like, my night side is so cheeky. The other day when I was connected in to all my higher selves, I can hear my night side, and I was like, okay, and I cut them all loose once I've connected into my stream, and I get what I need to get for the day. And I was cutting away, telling them to, like, bog off, enjoy your day. And
I do that all the time.
yeah, I heard clear as day, my right side, oh, it's about time. And I was like, and who the hell do you think you're talking to? Cheeky. Honestly. So it's just that connection. You'll know, it's like that knowing again, if you know what I mean. And like I've said in the previous video, your left side, your right side. It's like
everything else, you've got to work on yourself.
Yeah.
You've got to know yourself first before you can even go on that travel. Because if you didn't actually ken yourself, how are you going to really connect in? This is the way I see it. How can you connect in with your higher self if you didn't ken yourself now? Because you wouldn't understand your higher selves. So working and getting to know yourself, speak again. Do my favourite thing, sit in front of the mirror and speak to yourself and just have a conversation with yourself. It's amazing what will come through in that conversation. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
No,
face yourself and say to yourself that this is me. I need to I would love, if it's in my will to know my higher selves, I would love to be there. My intention is to go further. You've got to put out what your plan is, what you want. Maybe it's not. You obviously reckon your blueprint, but your guide will guide you to that anyway, if that's what you want to do. But you've got to know yourself first. And that can be the biggest hurdle over, because you didn't want to look at yourself. You'd rather bypass yourself and go into something better. But if you've not dealt with, or you don't know about within yourself, it'll be hard for you to connect in higher.
It's all about integration, though. So you integrate, if you know what I mean. The way I see it is you integrate. Train again. What the hell? You integrate. So how do I describe that? Integration. So basically what you learn, what you understand, what you feel like. I'm integrating into my 5D at the moment. My 5D, okay? My 5D is my fairy druid, right? So I'm slowly integrating into her, and I'm slowly beginning to remember. The more you work on yourself, the more you meditate, the more you commit to a spiritual routine, the more you start integrating into your higher selves. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When you integrate into one higher self, right? Say your 5D, for instance, your 5D then has to integrate as well. So it's not that they stay stuck in each dimension. They also move on up.
Oh, aye.
They also move on up.
They all move together.
Yeah, so it's like we form into each higher self. And
you've got to, it's like, you could put it, it's like climbing a ladder, right?
Yeah.
If you climb a ladder, you've got to start at the bottom. So you start with yourself first. Then when you're comfortable and you've dealt with the things that you need to deal with, you will slowly move up the rungs until you get to and then, as you say, you're 5D. And that's where my male is at the moment. And he will move up when I'm ready to go. That's the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will integrate when you're ready to go. You won't push it any quicker.
No.
You've got to learn the things in each one before you can move higher. And yes, they can come back and forth. Here we go again. Yes, they can come back and forth, but they want to take you on. Your higher self want to take you up further until you have totally learned what you're meant to learn in that dimension. Yes, they'll communicate with one another, but you've still got to learn. I kind of see Ned, and this is my way I see it, and this is the way I look at it. And you can't bypass something because you'll lose out on something. So you've got to take your time. I still feel everybody's in enough a hurry.
Yeah.
And I've spoken to my guys many a time, and I've spoken to my fifth dimension with this. Why is everybody in such a hurry? What's the hurry for? Because if we're in a hurry, something's going to get missed. Something is going to get lost. Something is going to happen that's going to put us all backwards, no forward. If everybody keeps on this fifth gear kind of thing and off they go kind of thing, and that's the way I see it. So I just took my time. I just take one day at a time, and I look at myself and I just deal with that way. Everybody will deal with it in their own way. And there's no rule book. We ain't got a bloody rule book on this one to say this is how you do it, ding, ding, and ding. So nobody is right about this. Like, doesn't matter how we deal with things. The only person that's right is yourself. Mm-hmm. Because what you do and what I do is totally different. Mm-hmm. And how we see things. So there's no right, and I always say this anyway, there's no right and wrong in this. If you're meant to move on, you will. If you're not, you're not. And it's as simple as that. That's the way I see it. And it's how much work you put in yourself. And so what you put in is what you get out.
Exactly. It's what you put in is what you get out. But yeah, I agree with that.
It's really a kind of a situation, but you need to work on yourself first. You need to do everything. Make sure you're well grounded. Make sure you're well protected. Make sure that you're in your spiritual path. And for the time, because there are a lot of people listening. I've noticed that with people coming to me, they think they're on a spiritual path, but they're not. Because they haven't dealt with things. So they've kept them off that spiritual path until they deal with things. So that's where I come. I've been tidying up a lot of people's, I don't know how to put it, people's things just now and letting them, then they move on to that path. And they're a lot happier because they've seen what they've got to do to get onto the path. So, and then it takes for there. It's how much you put in, how much work you put in on yourself is how far you're going to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, nothing.
It's all to do with work. It's not like a magic wand thing, okay? And we just get wee, and that's it.
One day
work with that.
One day it will be.
Well, why? But the moment it's me, and at the moment. We've just got to work with what we've got, But we'll get there, and I'm sure that Angelic a dragon will get there as well. And she just has to work and work a wee bit harder, man, on your getting your twin flame and working on your higher self. It's an interesting subject. We could go on for hours and hours about this one. Because there's so much avenues you can go off on this scene.
Oh,
and Okay?
Oh, I could
But hey,
talk for hours on it.
it's life, isn't it? There's not a straight path, and that's the problem, you see. We haven't got a straight path to
It's
this.
a problem. I wouldn't say it's a problem, it's a blessing. Nothing
Yeah, okay.
problem. Remember what I said to you before things happen for you?
Oh,
not
things happen for you, and you can you just go with it. Don't try and avoid it, because then it makes matters worse.
It does, and it's like whenever, like yesterday, I had a bad day yesterday. I'm going to be honest; it was a bad day yesterday, which was Monday, right? And I did go into a bit of a meltdown mode, but I recognised it. I asked why I was having a bit of a meltdown, and it was just something that I needed to clear, if you know what I mean. It's something, but I didn't react to it. I just had my wee rant, and then I let it go. Because, like, I think throughout this whole ascension process, I think everybody thinks like they've got to be happy and joyful and this, and we can't have days where things are bad and we can't be negative and all this, and then we feel guilty because we're feeling negative, and we can't be doing that, and that's just like, we're not going to ascend if we're feeling negative or having bad thoughts or no.
We're human.
Yeah, we're human. Remember, we're basically living a human experience, and it's okay to feel those emotions. Okay, it's basically, it's integrating those emotions. It's not like if something came up for you that you used to like go nuts over, it's recognizing it, it's catching it, it's sitting with it, and it's learning from it, and it's feeling it. Does that make sense? It's feeling that emotion. It's understanding that emotion. It's not having resentment or hate or blaming anyone else for things happening. Does that make sense? Because it's happening for you, they're not happening to you. So you've got to let go. Like, you can't sit there and say, my life is a shitstorm because I met this person and they took me down this path.
No, you went down the path. You made a choice.
It happened for you, yeah. So it's understanding, it's letting go of all that resentment, it's letting go of all the hate, and then just transmuting that into love and light, if you know what I mean. And yesterday, it was like a test for me in that sense. And it's like, right, okay, we're going to throw this at her. Let's see what she does. And it was like, yes, I had my meltdown, but I went through it, and I was like, I know that I had to go through that because tomorrow it'll be back to normal, and I feel like I've went up a level. Does that make sense? So all that, like, don't be hard on yourself throughout this whole process, this ascension process. Don't be hard on yourself if you're having a bad day, or if you get a bad thought about someone. That's okay, because you need to look at that bad thought, and if you're holding a little bit of resentment, you need to ask yourself, why are you holding that resentment?
That's right.
And that's something that you
it's listening to what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
There was Sunday night, I was watching a film, and you know me, Kerry, I watch a lot of films, and I sat with myself, didn't I watch this? I'd seen it before, but this time I near enough cried all through the film.
Oh, what film is it?
I could you go to ask her, are you ready for a laugh?
Okay.
Mamma Mia.
Oh,
here we go again.
Oh.
Mamma Mia, here we go again. And the majority of that film, I cried. And I thought, okay, let it out. There's something happening.
Yeah.
So for some reason and I didn't get what the film triggered off. I've never figured it out. But whatever it was needed to come out. So I just let it go. I just sobbed my heart right through. I'm singing as well. Singing and crying. And laughing. I think I had every emotion went through that film. But again, after that, I went to my bed and I thought, I feel good. Mm-hmm. So whatever it released, I didn't hold nothing back. That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to cry, I will cry. If I'm going to laugh, I will laugh. You know, I let the emotion, I didn't hold it back in. Because when you hold it back in, you're just blocking the love that you're trying to get out. So I didn't care what it was. I never cried the first time, because I hummed in my head. I thought, will I watch it? I've seen it before. I really enjoyed it. I thought, all right, and there was something making me watch it. And I just settled down. Oh, well, it wasn't long until I started creating that way.
Wow.
But that had been something in that film that I didn't know what I was dealing with, but I just let it out. I just knew, then I heard back. And see, when the film finished, I sat there for 5 minutes, and it was like, I thought, well, whatever that was about, thank you. I didn't know what it was about, but I just said thank you because it was done for a reason. Okay? Maybe I'll find out the reason, I don't know. But I do believe in questioning things, but for that on Sunday I couldn't, because I didn't understand it. But I just knew to let the emotions out.
Yeah, you listened to yourself and you understood, and you weren't scared of that emotion.
No.
And then, because I think a lot of people, they get quite scared of like certain emotions that raise up, and then they try and shoot it down, and then by doing that you're blocking your throat chakra. So you're
blocking the heart. You're blocking a lot of chakras doing that. Yeah. And it's not worth it.
Let it flow through you. Because
I do believe in letting flow.
Yeah.
You know?
We're conditioned, don't cry. Please don't cry. And it's like, no, bloody cry. If you want to cry.
You want to cry, you cry. Yes, I agree. And that's what you're saying about the happiness thing, Ken. Yeah, if you're happy, that's fine. But everything has to balance. So you've got to get sometimes sadness coming in, or the happiness and the tears or whatever. And that balances things out, and you feel better if you balance it, you know? And I did. I went maybe my bed with a bit of puffy eyes.
Yeah. Bless.
But that was all right in the morning. I got up yesterday morning as bright as a button, you know? And I thought, well, whatever all that carry on was about, I feel good. So something was to be healed. And whatever that film was doing, it was healing.
Well, I think,
and that's the way I see it.
And to be honest with you, I think the collective on a whole, they're going through a huge awakening at the moment, because we've got the solar eclipse on the 10th of June, this is Tuesday. So this is Wednesday. Yeah, so we're only a couple of days away. So a lot of people are clearing a lot of shit. Like, it's like the last hurdle to get all your karma and your crap dealt with
before the 21st
of June. And I think like the emotions and energies are going to get even more intense very shortly. So best advice from myself is just to recognize those emotions, feel those emotions. Do not be scared, because remember, they're happening for you for a reason, okay? They're not happening to you, they're happening for you. And drop all expectations, resentment, anger, all your lower, drop it and ask why. Heal from it. Learn from it, if you know what I mean, because I think a lot more things are going to be coming up for a lot of people very
I agree there. And this is what I said, didn't worry, Ken, didn't I try and question why you're crying, or why all this emotion. Try not just let it flow. You know, just let it flow, be natural, let it out, and you will feel better and you'll move a lot easier. You know, so whatever Sunday was about, I don't know. Maybe it was getting me cleared out for the 10th. I forgot about that one. So I'm just wondering if you've given the answer, because I did put the answer. I did put the question out yesterday. Okay, why did that happen last night during that film? And I left it because I always know there'll be an answer come up. I think you maybe just give me the answer. Yeah. I hadn't realised the date.
Yeah,
I have to realise the date.
There's a lot going on at a moment for a lot of people energetically. Energetically as well.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So much going. No, there's not a thing. And like you probably noticed, I'm sitting there like looking a wee bit weary, like not weary. Like I'm away on another planet, and I'm struggling to get my words out and everything. And it's just energies at the moment. Like I've noticed this past week, like I sit down and it's like this heaviness. It's like I'm falling through the couch and I'm sinking into the floor. Does that make sense?
Oh, aye.
and I know that for me, that's either a connection with a higher self. It's because it's quite pleasant. It's not scary or alarming. It's just like this, like I'm really grounded. Does that make sense?
And I'm like a foghorn.
Yeah. Like that's what I've been sitting here listening to you like for the past 20 minutes. Like, oh, we're going through that. So something's, I don't know. I feel weird, but it could be because I'm holding the Tura, but no, it's
well, maybe it's time to take a spare clothes and let you get yourself sorted out.
No, I'm enjoying this. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, just again, and then when you get all loopy on me.
Loopy? I went loopy a long time ago.
Well, that's
you're just catching up on that. But no, it's like, I don't know. I'm away with the fairies right now, literally. I'm like literally away. It could be a combination.
It could be that. It's cosmic, you see.
But it's lovely. It's such a.
But there's no. But you have to remember, you've got to get used to having that, all that energy on your head.
Oh, days.
And remember, it's very near the crown.
Oh yeah. Oh, telling you, as soon as I put it on yesterday, like I got some Herkimer diamonds as well. And I thought my hands and my head was going to pop off, right? I really, like, I was like...
That's probably what's wrong with you today. That's probably what's wrong with you today. Is it you're still trying to get used to that crown on your head.
It's doing something. It's lovely, though. It's like...
It's okay. So on that...
It is. It's like...
I think it's beautiful. It sparkles, you know.
Does it sparkle? Oh, I like...
Yeah, it sparkles. Anyway, we'll let you sparkle off, and we will call this a day for today. And I hope we've answered that questions or made some sense for her, for Angelic. So we will leave it for this week. Come back next week off refreshed. Maybe you got more sparkles.
Maybe. Maybe I'll morph into my actual fairy. Maybe I'll have fairy wings next week.
Oh, well, you just never know with you, Kenny. Anyway, everybody out there, please remember to subscribe. And remember, please put your in the comments any questions, because we're loving this. Because it's taking us on a journey that it is. It's taking us on a good journey. Well, I feel it is.
Oh, no, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. And like one question, you know what I mean? It's so any other questions we've not answered, we'll answer next week again.
Yes, so I've got another 2 lists. That's one list finished.
Oh my God, it'll take us all year.
No. Anyway, we will keep the questions coming in, even if they've been repeated. Again, if you maybe missed some of our answers, we'll tell you if we have kind of answered a question. Maybe, or we'll do it again. We'll see. We'll just take it as it comes, Kerry?
Yeah.
That's the best way. Take it as it comes. So out there, everybody, love each other.
Bye.
Enjoy what's coming up on the 10th. Let your emotions flow.
Let it go.
Let your emotions flow. But this won't be out by the 10th, will it?
No. So you've got through it and you've enjoyed that shift, but energetically, you will. Pardon me. You would have shifted.
Yeah.
Somewhere form.
So blessings to each one of you. Love to you all. Remember to subscribe. Get your chummies on as well.
Pardon me. Yeah.
Subscribe and don't forget. And
oh no! Before you do the ring the bell. Hop on to Telegram, because you can now chat to us in Telegram.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I've only done it.
Yes. So I'll leave the link so you can come into the Telegram and chat with us in Telegram as well. And we hop on and say hello. And it's a nice wee area for you guys to sit and connect and communicate and help each other too. Because it's really important that you can connect with each other and help each other and meet your soul family and everything.
And I'm just getting used to doing this, so forgive me if I make a boo-boo on it.
No, not at all.
Anyway, Anyway, so as I said, remember subscribe and don't forget to ring that special bell. So ring that bell,
Ring
ring that bell. Ding dong, ding dong.
dong, ding dong, ding. Bravo.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, there she is. You froze, but it's okay.